I want to thank the chairman. I want to thank all of you for your leadership to the country and our military at such an important time. I just wanted to associate myself with some of the comments that Senator Blumenthal made about the Virginia payload module. I'm very interested if that is feasible as well, Admiral, in going forward, and I look forward to seeing what you come forward with in May. I think it's important if we can expedite that, and it's possible to do that. I also wanted to follow up, Admiral, in your prepared statement, you noted that our naval shipyards and depots are critical to maintaining warfighter readiness for the force. And I certainly agree with that. And in order to have a strong attack submarine fleet, we need to ensure that those submarines are maintained properly and quickly and that they're combat ready. And one thing that I wanted to ask about is making sure that the facilities we have are prepared to do that and doing that in the most efficient ways so that we can save dollars and get things done sooner. I know that Senator King shares my pride with the work done at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. And in fact, the workers at the shipyard have actually been producing ahead of schedule. The maintenance, just recently in April of last year, they undocked the USS Topeka, days ahead of schedule, 20 days ahead of schedule. In June, following a maintenance availability, the workers at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard returned the USS California to the fleet 14 days ahead of schedule. And in September, they delivered the USS Springfield back to the fleet ahead of schedule and under budget. And one of the things that they've brought to the attention of my office is that they are doing this with facilities that are frankly outdated in some instances. They're working in structural shops that are on average over 100 years old and have deteriorated to the point of partial failure. For example, the heat treat forge area was recently condemned and the buildings have exceeded their useful life. And so the fact that they're delivering faster and under budget, even with these facilities, can you imagine what they could do with more modern facilities? There's a military construction project that has been submitted for reprogramming. It's called P266 Structural Shops Consolidation. It will address many of the problems that I just talked about, and it will achieve efficiencies, improve working conditions, most importantly, save money and time, which I know we're all looking to do, and result in submarines being sent back to the fleet even more quickly. And I'm confident if we're able to do this, it will allow them to do an even better job, and they're doing an incredible job now. So, Admiral, I'm not expecting you to be familiar with all of these projects offhand, but this is a very important one to our shipyard, and I think that will most importantly drive cost efficiencies and results for the Navy. So I would like an update on where this reprogramming request sits, and obviously I don't need you, if you have it now, great. If you don't, if that's something you could submit to our office as quickly as possible, I'd appreciate it.
I'll take it for the record and get you a complete answer, Senator.
Thank you very much. I also wanted to follow up just to ask in general about the importance of the Navy civilian workforce and what we see, Secretary Mabus, in terms of the importance of the civilian workforce. Many of them, I think, as the economy improves, the competition for the types of skills that they have, that they're able to work, obviously, on such important equipment like our attack submarines or other equipment, then we're going to see more competition for their skills, and we want to make sure that they stay in the Navy and able to serve the Navy. So can you talk to me about what's the strength of the civilian workforce? How do we see recruitment going forward? And what are the challenges we face there and any concerns you may have?
Thank you, Senator. In terms of the public shipyards like Portsmouth, if you want to see the effects of sequestration, you don't have to look any further than that. There was a hiring freeze put in place because of sequestration. So as people left, they could not be replaced. There was a furlough that some of them were exempt from, but not all. There was the government shutdown when they couldn't work. And because of all those things, we've got a backlog in those public shipyards. They do great work. but they have to have enough of those artisans, enough of those people with the specific skills to do it. And again, that is a great, tangible example of the not only the effects immediately of sequestration, but how it stretches out, because it will take us until about 2018, as the CNO said, to recover from that. The civilian workforce writ large, we wouldn't have a fleet to put to sea without those civilians, and we lost 12 civilians killed in the line of duty at the Washington Navy Yard. So they are in every way an integral, vital part of our Navy and Marine Corps.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Admiral?
Ma'am, this morning there's a great article on what the Director for Office of Personnel Management is trying to do for quick hiring. We are trying desperately to hire people into our shipyards because we need to build it up. It's hard. The sequestration has hurt us, and the Gordian knot of getting through the paperwork to hire someone, it's difficult to compete for this young talent.
And these are incredibly talented people. I mean, I've had the chance to meet many of them.
Yes, ma'am.
And exactly. Thank you.